Hey there YouTubers, Jordan the Mind Sculptor here, also known as Zach Nafian Mock, with a deck. This one is black, red, zombies. So, pretty awesome deck. Really fast too. So, to start it off, the deck list is down in the description if you don't want to watch the whole video or whatever. So I know people got things to do. So here we go. We have 3 blood crypts. Oh, this way. 3 blood crypts. There's not any mountain basic lands because there's only a few cards that require red and everything else is just black. So the only lands we have in here that can produce red are dual lands. And then we have 3 Dragonskulls, and then that's it for being able to get red. Next we have swamps. We have 15 of them. Yes, 15. Hold on, sorry. I almost set out there. 15 swamps. There's just 5 regular. 5 more. And then 5 more. So there's 15 plus the 6 is 21. And you know, it's a kind of a low mana base because all these things are so cheap. The most expensive thing in here is a 4-drop, and that's Falkenrath Aristocrat. So, yeah. You know, 21 lands, do it. If you want to take out 2 swamps and put in another blood crypt and another Dragonskull, do it, definitely. Because it'll definitely help the deck. I just didn't have the cards. And nobody's wanting to trade their blood crypts or Dragonskulls, dang it. And to start it off with creatures and spells and everything, we have, for 1-drops, we have 4 Gravecrawlers. The thing with this card, if you don't have these guys, you shouldn't build the deck. These guys and 3 other cards are just necessary. Like, you have to have them for this deck. These are ridiculous because I'll show you a combo here in a minute once I get all the cards out. So you need 4 Gravecrawlers. Come on. I gotta find my card. 4 Diregraf Ghouls, the 1-drop 2/2 that comes untapped. You know, not a necessity, but it definitely helps. Card is a riot when it gets going. 4 Rakdos Cackler because it's a 1/1. It's a 1/1/1, or possibly a 2/2 that can't block. It's a really awesome card, and it's not needed, but it's definitely recommended. You know, you guys can sub in here anything you want. I'm just giving you the basic gist of the deck. So, and I took this one to my brother. I made this deck, and my brother took it to F&M, and he won. So, he beat me in the last one with my. I was playing my. I was playing my Exalted deck, and he owned me. Stupid. Last 1-drop, we have 4 Tragic Slips. A must-have. This is a must-have. Because stuff dies in this deck all the time. Which is a good thing. You'll see why. So, for 2 drops, because that's it for 1 drop, we have Blood Artist, Another must-have. So, because, well, like I said, a lot of things die in this deck, and that's a good thing. You want the Blood Artist there to take fall, whatever, give you life, and make them not have life anymore. Then we have 4 Dreadbores, because yes, you don't need them, but they are definitely recommended. And last of the 2 drops is a card that I don't think I would ever put in any other deck but this, because it works so well. Sun and Blood, play set of them. You don't need them, but they are definitely useful in every which way of the board. Then for 3 drops, we have, there's playsets of everything that I've shown you, by the way. Like every creature and spell and stuff. So, we have 4 Geralf's Messengers, a must-have with this deck. Must-have. Because all of what's about to come up. Must-have. I'll tell you how this deck's supposed to work in a minute. For the last 3 drops, we have 4 Brimstone Volley. It's one of the only cards that requires red, besides Dreadbore and the Falkenrath Aristocrat. So, this card, not a must-have, but definitely recommended. And the last of this deck list, right here. 3 Falkenrath Aristocrats, because I didn't have another one. So, 3 of them. Alright, so, how this deck is supposed to work is, like, around turn 1, you bring out a Gravecrawler, right? There's your turn 1 card. Next, you bring out, what's a 2 drop there? Oh yeah, you bring out your Blood Artist. You know, so whenever this guy dies, you can bring him back. Turn 3, this is if you have a right line and everything. Bring out Geralf's Messenger. Can't see that. You bring out Geralf's Messenger. So this is like the perfect starting hand, which you won't get every time. But you lay that turn 3, and then turn 4, you play this guy. Well, this lady. Because her ability is Flying, Haze, and Sacrifice a creature. If, Falkenrath Aristocrat is indestructible this turn. If the sacrifice creature was a human, which it will never be in this deck, put a +1/+1 on it. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna sacrifice him, right? Because you know what Gravecrawler does, right? Gravecrawler, he can't block, which definitely okay. You may cast him as long as you control another zombie. Oh, okay, perfect. So she's indestructible. You swing out with her, or if they're attacking at you, and you block their biggest thing and make her indestructible. Pretty awesome. All you have to do is sack this. So next turn, and another awesome thing is because that thing died, you gain a life. Is why you definitely need Blood Artists. So next turn, you bring your Gravecrawler back, and you're gonna swing out, right? So you're gonna sack this guy. When he enters the battlefield tapped, and when he enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 2 life. Okay, so you sack him, he comes back like this. Therefore, you still control a zombie. So, you know, Gravecrawler is always able to come back. But your opponent loses 3 life because of Blood Artist and this. And she's indestructible. Pretty awesome. So, you know, if you have extra mana, you killed something, you can deal 5 damage to target creature or player because of Morbid. Or you can kill their biggest thing with a -13 for 1 because of Morbid. So that's how this deck is supposed to work. It doesn't always happen like that, unfortunately. But this deck is pretty awesome. Really, really well thought out. It took me about a week to build, which is most decks only take me about 2 days. So I definitely put a lot of time into this deck. And definitely, I think it's probably my second favorite deck I have. Not cheap by any means of the word, but totally worth it. So, like, subscribe, and do what you guys do. Comment down below. Tell me what you would change about this deck, and tell me what you like about it, or dislike. I'd like to hear you guys' feedback. Thanks. Zach off.